Let's go ahead and have a look at the Iris DE-11 guitar, the Dan Erlewine signature model. First off, who the heck is Dan Erlewine and how does he have a signature model? Well, Dan Erlewine, for those that don't know, is guitar repair royalty. He has a bazillion videos on how to repair guitars, basic repairs, crazy repairs, basic setup. He's helped design tools. He is literally like the godfather of guitar repair. If you want to know anything guitar repair, you consult Dan. Now, why does he have a signature model? Well, Dan happens to own a very early Kalamazoo KG-11, what this exact guitar is modeled after. And the cool thing is, no one, up until this point, has reproduced the Kalamazoo KG-11, until Adam at Iris Guitars did so in combination with Dan. First of all, on the top, we've got a piece of Adirondack spruce, and on the back, Honduran mahogany, all done in this wonderful satin, open pore style finish that lets the wood breathe and kind of, I think, contributes to its resonance. Now, underneath the hood is something that I believe contributes greatly to the punchiness of this guitar, to the frosty and crispy tone, and that is the fact that the top is ladder braced. Just like the Kalamazoo KG-11 was, the Iris DE-11 is ladder braced as well. Onto the neck, we've got a nice full neck profile. I want to call it a full C. If I was to assign a particular neck profile name to it, it would be a full C. The fingerboard is made of rosewood, as is the bridge. Bone saddle, bone nut. The nut width is 1 3/4 inches. And let's move to the headstock. The headstock is kind of a, I'll call it a snakehead headstock. And you'll notice one thing that seems rather odd, and that is the length from the nut to the actual first tuner. And this seems a little odd visually, but in terms of playability, it adds a ton of comfort. Between that full C profile neck and this extra room up here, more complicated chord voicings are actually much easier to achieve because you have the room. Also, you have a nice spot for an extra capo if you happen to keep one up by the headstock. Now, also, you'll notice on the headstock the lack of your standard guitar tuners. There's nothing poking out of the side. There's actually banjo tuners on this guitar, and they function oh so smoothly. They're the Ricard banjo tuners, and I have to say, aesthetically, I think it's an awesome look, but functionally, they are incredible. They're incredibly smooth, they're incredibly accurate, and I gotta say, it just feels kind of cool tuning the guitar like you would a banjo. Now, one spec that I'm leaving out that I absolutely shouldn't is the capo system. You're gonna see the series of threaded inserts on the fingerboard, and that's to actually thread a capo. The guitar comes with 2 capos, one a partial capo and one a full capo that literally thread directly into the guitar neck. Let's talk about the 3 things that I absolutely love about this guitar. Number 1, as with most guitars, what I think is the most important is the tone. It's frosty, it's articulate, it's crispy, it has this metallic finish to it, but it also has body. It's not just a high-end, brittle-sounding guitar. This is a guitar that's clear, it has a nice distinct voice, solid projection, and actually has body behind it. And I think that's the wonderful combination, the synergy of an Adirondack spruce top with ladder bracing and Honduran mahogany back and sides. Plus, it's a smaller bodied guitar, which adds to that kind of proud voice and that distinct projection. The second thing that I love about this guitar are the aesthetics. From the sunburst top, the fire stripe pickguard, the kind of aged look with the yellowed binding and that checkerboard sound hole binding, it just has this look that it just feels like you're stepping back in time. Even the neck profile kind of insinuates that this is an older guitar. And of course, well, it's modeled after an older guitar, so well, it should feel and look like an older guitar. I should also make mention of the wonderful silkscreen headstock graphic that, again, conjures up images of the old Kalamazoo guitars with that kind of quote-unquote spray-painted white logo on the top, or on the top of the headstock. So it definitely checks all the boxes in terms of a vibey aesthetic, a vibey look, if you will. The third thing that I absolutely love about this guitar is the capo system. Now, at first, it was the one thing on this particular instrument that I was highly skeptical of. I thought to myself, why do you need an installed capo system? Well, after using it and messing with it for a couple weeks now, I understand why. The tone produced by this guitar is immaculate. And sometimes when you add a capo to a guitar, it changes the nature of the tone. Not the case on this guitar. Since the capo is installed, since it's a part of the neck, it actually creates this wonderful resonant loop that nothing is lost. You install the capo and the guitar sounds even better. That is the Iris DE-11, the Dan Erlewine signature model. And what an awesome guitar. What a unique guitar. It's a guitar that you really can't compare to any other instrument because it's unique in and of its own right. If you ever have the chance to try this instrument out at a local dealer, please do so. And furthermore, I think any of the Iris models are worth trying out because they're built lightly. They have this inherent resonance that as you play the guitar, you can feel it kind of kicking you in the belly. And that to me is a sign of an instrument that's just ready to produce tone, and it's only going to get better with age.